Today, we're looking at something fundamental in, well, pretty much any field that deals with complex data. Visualization, specifically heat maps. Heat maps, you see them everywhere, right? Showing climate data, financial trends, biological stuff. They're just so good at letting you visually spot patterns in, well, otherwise overwhelming data. They have a long history, but computers really turned them into the intuitive tools we use now. And for a long time, for many researchers online, the go-to tool was the original heat mapper reported some years ago. It was fantastic for making quite sophisticated heat maps accessible across biology, ecology, even social sciences. It was hugely popular. I mean, the sources mention over 2,000 citations, which is significant. But with that popularity, well, it kind of became its own problem. The original system, built with R and Shiny, did all the processing on their server, and it just got overloaded. Performance became a real issue, and that brings us to Heatmapper 2. That's our focus today. With the new version, we note performance boosts of up to 100 times faster, which is massive. That means you can work with much larger data sets than before. And it can even be better for security, since your raw data might not even need to leave your machine in many cases. With this new architecture, this speed, it actually enabled completely new types of visualizations, things that just weren't really feasible before. The article listed some really cool examples. So, for instance, if you work with data that changes over time and space, there are now animated time series heat maps for geospatial data. Also, they've gone 3D. You can now map data onto three-dimensional objects. Like what kind of objects? Think about visualizing stress on a 3D protein model of a part. You can also take omics data, like gene expression levels, and visualize it directly layered onto microscope images of tissue sections. So you see where in the tissue those molecular changes are happening. The tool is web-based, but the code is open source, which is great for transparency and future development. So, summing up, Heatmapper 2 tackled the performance wall of the original version by smartly using modern web tech, making it dramatically faster and opening the door to really advanced visualizations. This leads me to a final thought for you, the listener. With these new capabilities, the speed, the animated maps, the 3D visualizations, the spatial omics stuff, how might a tool like Heatmapper 2 let you explore your data or communicate your findings in ways that maybe weren't possible before? What new questions could you ask or answer by visualizing your work differently? Something to chew on next time you're facing a complex data set.